In this video, I will show you how to test traffic. There are many test cases on the scene that you can set up. Let's add cars for debugging. Click Show Buttons. Select the desired path. Enter normalized path position. Select a car model for the spawn. Turn on description to read the description of the test case. Let's run the scene. Spawn cars. As you can see, we accidentally spawned multiple times. Press Auto Clean on spawn to avoid multiple spawns. Now let's configure the obstacle configuration. Max distance to obstacle is the maximum distance to the obstacle. Min distance to start approach is the minimum distance where the car will start approaching. If the value is equal 0, the standard value is taken. Let's experiment with different values and speed up the video. Let's change the default value of approach. Now the car will approach a little faster. Open the general settings of the car. Let's adjust the brake power. As you can see, with a small value of brake power, the car collides with another car. Set all settings according to your requirements. Let's move on to the next test case. Min distance to check next connected path is designed to calculate obstacles of the following connected paths. Let's look at intersect cases. Here you can adjust the intersect obstacle values. Near each intersection point, the distance to the car is shown. Green point intersected path is calculated. Red point intersected path is too far away. White point too close, intersected path skipped. Let's change the displayed info for the car. Change calculate distance to intersect point. Let's set up a stopping point for the car before the intersection. As you can see, the car stopped very close. Let's set up a car stopping point in front of the same traffic node. Let's move on to the next avoid jam test case. As you can see, these cars are not entering the crossroad to avoid causing a traffic jam. If you want, you can disable this feature. Short path length is used to calculate the following paths if the current path being processed is too short. Let's move on to the next change lane test cases. Run it. Let's try adjust the change lane config. Min-max change lane offset is the offset point on the next lane relative to the current car. Min-max values are calculated based on the speed of the car. Let's change the distance to the last car. We entered too small a value. Our car is too far from this value, so it does not change the lane. Let's look at a few change lane test cases. Min car count in current lane to change lane is the number in front of the current car to change lane, in our case 2 cars. Min car lane difference to start changing lanes is the difference of cars between the current lane and the neighboring lane, in our case each neighboring lane has a difference equal to 1. Let's adjust the distance to the cars in the near lane. Value changes depending on the speed of the car. The car calculates the target point and from it calculates the distance to the cars. The turn test is designed to see how accurately cars make turns. Bridge test is designed to see how cars pass bridges. NPC obstacle test. Here you can configure the pedestrian obstacle calculation area. Parking test shows cars entering and exiting the parking place. Let's move on to the bus test. In this test we can check if the traffic public route is working. If you add a neighbor lane, it creates a change lane transition where you can adjust the position of the transition points and the speed limit. Highway test is necessary to test the connection of the path at the selected point of the other path. To connect a path to another path, select Path Connection Type Path Point. Then turn on Show Attach Path buttons. Select the desired path. And setting the position of the waypoints. That's all. In the next video we will look at the pedestrian test scene.